Hi, and welcome to a Life Soul podcast, where we explore personal growth, high performance, and intentional living. I am Wasim Balani, and I believe life isn't just about getting through the day, it's about becoming fully alive in everything we do. Through my journey, whether in medicine as a heart rhythm cardiologist, cycling and running, or personal development, I have learned that success isn't just about reaching goals, but about who we become along the way. This podcast is here to inspire and challenge you to push your limits, cultivate discipline, and live with purpose. Join me each week as we dive into ideas, reflections, and practical strategies to help you grow into your best self. So let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Life Soul podcast, and thanks for tuning in. Today's episode was not planned. It came straight out of a real moment I lived few mornings ago. It was one of those everyday disruptions that could have easily left me annoyed or thrown off, but instead it turned me into something I kept thinking about, and I realized this is exactly the kind of thing we need to talk about. So today's message is about delays, about when life throws you off your rhythm, when the path ahead suddenly stops, and how those moments, if we lean in, can actually become small turning points, tiny resets, and unexpected gifts. So here's the story of what happened few mornings ago. I was driving to work in the morning, same route, same time, same routine, and then, out of nowhere, traffic just stopped. I looked ahead, nothing was moving. Turned out, the interstate had suddenly shut down because of an accident. And my first thought was exactly what you'd expect. Oh no, I'm going to be late. What about the procedures I have scheduled? My patients? My whole mornings is going to be thrown off. I kept checking the time, trying to see if I could reroute, but there wasn't much I could do. I was stuck. And that feeling, that helpless kind of frustration, started creeping in. You know what I'm talking about, right? That moment when you realize that this day is not going according to plan. But then, somewhere in the middle of all that, I paused. And I asked myself something I've been trying to ask more often. Is this really worth the stress? And what if this delay is actually offered me something I did not expect? So I made a choice. I opened a personal development audio I saved, turned up the volume, and just let myself be still. And slowly, the frustration began to fade. Instead of obsessing over the clock, I started thinking, reflecting, not in some deep planned way, but just naturally. The space made room for it. And that's when it hit me. This moment, this delay, was actually helping me more than I realized. It's funny how we spend so much of our lives rushing, trying to stay on schedule, keep up, move faster, get ahead. And then something interrupts all of that. Something small like traffic, or something bigger, a cancelled plan, a missed opportunity, a change in direction. And our first instinct is always frustration. But what if some of those interruptions are invitations? To pause, to breathe, to reflect where we're going, and who are we becoming along the way? And as a person of faith, I believe that nothing in life is random. There is a purpose behind everything, even the delays, the disappointments, the things that makes us feel stuck. And I remind myself often, sometimes what we think is bad is actually good for us. We just don't see it yet. And everything happened for a reason. See, that morning I thought I was being delayed, but maybe I was being protected, or reminded to realign with my intentions, or simply invited to reset and take a deep breath, to reconnect with presence. It's hard in the moment, I know, but if you've ever had something not go your way and later realize it was for the best, you know exactly what I mean. Trusting that there is a meaning, even when you don't see it right away, is part of how we grow deeper, more grounded, more alive. So let's make this practical. The next time you get stuck, or a plan doesn't go the way you hoped, Here are a few things that you can try that help me. First, try to catch the moment earlier. Frustration is normal, but try to catch it before it spirals down. Take a deep breath and give yourself a space. Then ask a better question. Instead of why this happening to me, try what could this delay be teaching me? Or what space is this opening for me right now? You could also use this time intentionally, whether it's a quick radio, a short reflection, or just being still. Try to turn the disruption into something meaningful. Then try to zoom out rather than zooming in and catastrophize. Remind yourself most delays are temporary, but your mindset in those moments, that's what creates a lasting change. And lastly, ground yourself in trust. Even if you don't know the reason, trust that life isn't random. There might be something good hidden inside of this moment. And I've noticed that the more I practice this, the more peace I feel, not just during traffic jams or some delays, but even during life's bigger situations. And over time, you start building a kind of inner strength, a quiet confidence that says, even when things don't go my way, I still know how to show up with presence, with purpose, and with faith. It's not about pretending you love every delay, it's about choosing not to waste them. Because they're going to happen anyways, so why not find meanings in them? That moment in traffic could have left me drained, but instead, it reminded me of who I want to be. Someone who doesn't let frustration steal my peace. Someone who finds growth even in the slow, messy, imperfect moments. Someone who trusts that life has rhythm even when I cannot always hear it. So the next time you're delayed or life doesn't go according to your plan, just pause. Ask, what if this is a gift in disguise? What if this pause is exactly what I needed and I just did not know it yet? Every habit you build, every effort you make, it all adds up. So keep showing up, because the small steps you take today are shaping the person you become tomorrow. And if you liked this episode, please share it with people around you, because we all grow better when we do it together.